right, hello OAS family. It is time for another book review, and today we are going to be reviewing a study of Chinese paintings by Chao Shao-an. Now, if you follow us on social media, Facebook or Instagram, you will have noticed that we have been featuring paintings from this book, and there's been a lot of interest about this book, so we wanted to do a video book review so people would have some more information before deciding whether or not to purchase it. So before we get into the specifics, the dimensions of the book are 8¼ inches wide by 11 7/8 inches tall. And the book is about 157 pages long, and it's got text in Chinese. So if you don't know Chao Shao-an, he is one of the best, the most well-known painters from the Ling-nan School. The Ling-nan School was a school in China that still is very influential to this day in its stylistic in its ability to influence the style of Chinese art and Chinese painting. And it's known for taking sort of the traditional strokes and tools of Chinese brush painting and blending it with some ideas from Western Impressionism. So it's sort of seen as a group of artists breaking out of the traditional bounds of that was kind of restricting traditional Chinese art in the past, and expressing color more vividly and using background washes and using dynamic strokes with mountain horse brushes that show texture. So you can see that evident in Chao Shao-an's work. So let's just go ahead and get into the book. A lot of people ask me sort of what the role of this book is. And, you know, the text is completely in Chinese. So for an English, for someone who can't read Chinese, what is the role of this book? And I would just offer that, one, it is one of the few books that feature Chao Shao-an's work that has some elemental breakdown instructions. So you can see here there's a couple examples where they attempt to break down strokes. But mostly how I see this is it's a way to get a book of Chao Shao-an's paintings for basically a less expensive price. The other books that feature his work are hardcover albums, and those are very nice and beautiful coffee table books, but they're pricey. And if you really are interested in like buying kind of a soft cover book that you're not afraid to, you know, get a little dirty, get in there, mark up, make notes on, then this book is more reasonably priced than their hardcover books. And also because it's a soft cover book, it's easier to think about it like as a textbook or a functional book rather than something that's a collector's item. So we'll get in, and you can see here it features some wonderful paintings by Chao Shao-an, and this I feel like is his most iconic style, where you see these dynamic, almost chaotic strokes, and these wonderfully rendered, spontaneous feeling birds and branches and whatnot. So we're gonna go through here, and here's this orchid painting. Some here with some line drawings. Again, these sort of like dynamically colored and very spontaneous stroke flower paintings. Another bird. This bamboo painting, you can really see the use of color here and how striking it is. And this really rich flower painting. So you can see this book is quite chock full of his work. And so if you want, I think the book justifies its price just by that alone, that, you know, it's a fairly long book, and it is really filled with a lot of his paintings. So if you like him, and you want, examples of his works to try to copy. Here we see another example of a sequential breakdown here. So we're going to pick up the pace here so we can show you all the pages of this book. This is the first example here where we see some outline work. And this is a Narcissus painting, which is a very relevant flower for the New Year's. Some insect paintings. That's wonderful use of color, and the detail on the flower is amazing. Mantis and flower combination. So I actually spoke to my mother and inquired as to whether or not, since there's actually so much text in this book, inquired as to whether or not we should take the time to create a translation of the book and publish it as a supplemental guide. But then she reviewed the text in the book and she said, you know what, the text of it isn't hugely impressive. There's a lot of just general background information about the subjects, things that are not really relevant to the artist or the art, and so we decided against making the effort to do that. But you can see just in the pictures alone, and a lot of these books where the text is in Chinese, I would encourage you to even check out the video book reviews on them, because I really think that a lot of this is just self-evident in the imagery. Wow, look at these lotus paintings. Absolutely incredible. Pomegranate here. I think what is really, really remarkable about his work is he knows when to be detailed and he knows when to be loose. And they're often combined in the same painting, which is really fascinating. Sunflower here. It's this lovely use of white on a colored paper. And I love these rich autumn tones that he uses. Beautiful. Peaches. This is a very symbolic fruit in Chinese culture. Lychee, also very iconic to Asian culture. Banana. This bird in flight we featured in an email previously. Look at that painting. Wonderfully simple that is. Grapes. Loquats. My parents have trees like this growing in their backyard. And I was the first one to plant one back there when I was a kid. I had a friend of mine who lived in the same neighborhood whose parents had a lot of loquat trees, and I remember them digging one up and gifting it to me, so I dutifully planted it, and it grew huge and sprouted many, many children. So my parents' yard is filled with the loquat trees. These paintings also were featured in some emails previously, these winter birds. Love the use of blue, that little pop of blue in that painting. So that's it. That is a study of paintings, a study of Chinese paintings, Chinese painting techniques by Chao Shao-an. You can find that available on our website at orientalartsupply.com. Thank you for watching and checking out this video. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you will be notified whenever we release new videos. So thanks again for watching, and we wish you happy painting.